In this session, we're going to be talking about whether we can mute profile access. So muting does not provide or override profile level access. So example, if a profile has delete access to an object and in the permission set group, and if we mute the delete access to the same object, then the user will still be able to delete the object record. All right, so what that basically means is if the profile has some access, it could be delete access or create access, edit access, read access. And if we also mute that access in the permission set group, then the user will still end up having that access. So in order to demo this, what we're going to do is we're going to create a permission set that gives read, create, edit, delete access to account object. Then we will include this permission set in a permission set group. Then we will mute some access from that permission set, and then we will check the results. So let me go ahead and create this permission set first. From the Home tab, we go to Setup, and then here we can type permission, and then permission sets will get displayed. We can click on that link. And on this page, we can click on New button to create a new permission set. I'm just going to give it a name as Manage Account, okay? And then we will click Save. I'm not giving description and keeping the default settings as it is. So what this permission set will do is, once it is assigned to users, it will allow the users to edit, update, create, delete account records. So let's give this access from here. So I'm going to say read, create, edit, delete. And what I will do is I will save this. Okay. And then what I will do is I will include this permission set in a permission set group. Let me go to permission set groups here and see what permission sets, permission set groups we have. We have one that is existing. It says manage teachers and courses. I can create a new one. So let's go ahead and click on this. I'll say manage account permission set group and click save. Then what I will do is I will assign this to our test user. Click on the manage assignment. Add assignment. And let's select our test user with this profile. Click next and assign. Click done. And another thing is what we have to do is we have created this manage account permission set group. We have to include the permission set that we just created into it. For example, we have this manage account permission set. We need to include this permission set inside this permission set group. So I am on this manage account permission set group now. I'm clicking here. And let's go ahead and click on this link, permission set in group. And I'm going to add the permission set into this group. Manage accounts. I can include multiple permission sets in this group. I can select all of them, but I'm just going to select just one permission set to be included in this group, okay? Clicking add, then clicking done. So what next I'm going to do is I'm going to, since I assigned this permission set group to our test user, all right, I'm going to verify that the test users profile has access to account or not. Okay, so let's go back to permission set group. All right, I'm on the permission set group page. Click on manage assignment. This is the user that is assigned to this permission set group. Let's navigate to this user's profile. I clicked on the username. I'm going to check this profile. And let's check the access to the account object. As you can see from here, the user's profile has read, create, edit, delete access to the account object. And also, we have created a permission set. Okay, we have created one permission set that gives the same access. Okay, manage account. If you go to object settings, what we see is for this account object, we have given read, create, edit, delete access. Now, if I go to the permission set group, okay, so right now I'm going to here on this screen, I am logged in as a test user, right? On this screen, I'm logged in as a test user. This is the test user's account. And if I check, you will see that I have currently access to, for example, create new accounts. I have access to delete accounts, okay, and I have access to edit accounts. That's the current access. And then what we will do is in our, let me share my new screen here. So what I will do here is in this permission set group, I'm going to mute that permission. So I will navigate to our permission set group. Okay, here it is. I'm going to mute some permissions. I'm clicking on this mute permission set group. And we will click new. We will keep that default name. Click save. And then we will click on this permission set, muting permission set name, and then click on object setting and click on account. And I'll click on edit. And I will mute this access, okay? So let me select this. So they are dependent on each other. If I, for example, select mute read access, it's going to by default select everything. Basically, it's saying if you don't want the user to read, then they should definitely not be able to create, edit, delete, view all, or modify all. So I'm going to save this. Usually, as you know, when we mute the permissions, the access is removed from our users. And in this scenario, we would expect this access to be taken from our user. All right, so now I'm going to check from our test user. Okay, so let me share my test user profile. This is my test user account, and I'm going to do a refresh. Let me navigate to Sales app. From there, I'll navigate to accounts. So here we have accounts. See, I can still create new accounts. Okay, let me test. account name test, and save. All right. And if I try to edit accounts, I can still edit accounts. I could also delete accounts. All right, so let me go to accounts, test, delete account. All right. So that was a random prompt. Ignore that. So what happened is, even though we muted the user's permissions via the permission set group, this action did not affect the user. The user still has this action permissions remaining. And why is that? That is because the user's profile was giving that access. So it means by using permission set groups, we cannot mute users' profile level access. All right, just remember that. Now, if I go back to my admin user, this is my admin user account. And what I will do is I'll navigate to the test user's profile, which is custom standard user. And from here, I will remove the access to account object. Waiting until it loads. So let's remove this and click save. All right. So what is happening now? We have removed those access levels from the user's profile. The user has a custom permission set assigned to the user that gives this CRUD access. But we also have a permission set group which has muted this access. So as a result of this, now we expect our test user to lose the access that he previously had. So for example, if I refresh, it says you don't have access to this record, ask your admin for help. And if I'm clicking on contacts and then account tab, and I'm still getting that error message. So I'm not able to even see any account record. So the read access is removed, edit, create, and delete access. Everything is now removed. So we can mute the permissions given via the permission sets, but we cannot mute permissions given via the user's profile. This is the conclusion of our session.